Hey, what's up guys? It's ElasticSpyder here, and in today's video we are featuring the USS-Gearing, the Tier 10 American destroyer. Now, this is actually one of my favorite destroyers. I think the Kaba might have it beat, but certainly in an all-around gameplay, this is the king. It can do just about everything. But I am with my buddy Puddin. He is in his Kaba, and I am in my Gearing, as I just mentioned. And interestingly enough, it is a 2v3 in terms of destroyers, so we're already somewhat at a disadvantage. Certainly, Puddin not being able to spot or cap anything is going to be a problem. So, this is... we are playing on the map Atlantic, so... they have removed the forts, which is good, so this is just standard domination, and I'm just going to go to B. I think without a carrier in play, I am not going to be that scared of anything at B. I'm sure I can handle myself, along with having Puddin somewhat next to me is also a very nice thing. So I'm just gonna head into B. It looks like someone's already speed boosted there already, so they're gonna be capping it. I'm just gonna try and stop them from capping it completely. One announcement though I do want to make: if you guys have any ship recommendations that you want to see for a captain, or like captain build, or just a video in general, please leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see a captain build video, I know 0.6.0 has been out for a while, but if you do want to see that, please let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'll do one of those of maybe all the T10s or whatever ships you guys want to see, because I feel like that'd be a fun video. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. So turns out that two of their T10 DDs are here. I do stop shooting, and I do launch torpedoes into the smoke. You might have seen from the torpedo indicator that the Z-52 was actually backing up, so I did launch one set right where his smoke cloud ended, and then one behind him, but it looks like he decided to move out of his smoke, so unfortunately none of my torpedoes will actually hit. Those are the Shimakaze's torps. He was also spotted briefly. And then, oh boy, I've got Puddin's torps too. But it's okay because Puddin said he's firing those, so I was very aware of those. And looks like these torpedoes from the Shimakaze are pretty slow. Maybe they're 20-kilometer torps. I certainly hope not. But these are the Z-52s that he threw at me, or in my general direction. But I don't have a problem with that. One thing I do want to point out is that the Z-52 does have me. It is possible that the Shimakaze does too, but I suspect that it is the Z-52 that is running the radio positioning finding Captain perk, just because his concealment isn't as good as mine, so I suspect that's the reason why. And interestingly enough, I also got a solo cap. It's again a bit weird because Puddin was right next to me inside the cap, so I wonder if he got a assisted base capture as well. At this point in the match, I haven't done much in terms of damage, but I did secure the cap for my team. And at this point, I'm telling Puddin, I'm saying, well, I don't think the Shimakaze is going to see, and if he does, you might as well, have a duel with him. That's a fight that you can win. So I tell him to go get C, and for whatever reason, the torpedo indicator didn't select the curve first, but I'm dropping on the curve first, I swear. So hopefully I will get him. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be kind of chilling here. I'm not too sure where the Shimakaze is. I'm gonna kind of wait because I suspect he might be over here. And I'm also kind of trying to screen for my battleship and two cruisers behind me. But you might have noticed that at 9.7 kilometers, just outside of 9.7 kilometers, I can stealth fire in the Gearing. It's very nice. This is a comfortable range. You can still land hits pretty comfortably and not have to worry about getting spotted again. I get a little too close, but a few secondary shells never hurt anyone unless you're on 20 health, then it might hurt a lot. But I quickly go behind an island and I might take one hit there. That's not that big of a deal. At this point, I need to head towards A. Puddin's got C. It doesn't look like the Shimikaze's going there. He would have gotten there by now. So it looks like the Shimikaze probably swung back and went to A. But interestingly enough, we are down a cruiser, and so are they. So, but really, they're making the big mistake here because they have not pushed A. The majority of their fleet is at A. We've got, it looks like 3 battleships and 2 cruisers over there, and they've got presumably 2 destroyers, possibly 3 destroyers now, as well as 4 battleships and 3 cruisers over there. So I'm not too sure what they are doing. If they would have pushed, that side would have had a lot of trouble. Again, I've got AFT on this thing. I might forego it next time, or when I get a full 19-point captain, but I'm going to be using it nicely here. Being able to shoot a little bit farther than whatever the stock is, like 11 kilometers, is nice. I wouldn't be able to get that fire whatsoever if I didn't have AFT, but it's certainly not as strong as one might think. So, curve first, prepare the fire. Now hitting a target, even a battleship at this range, is a bit difficult. He is running away from us and constantly maneuvering, so again, landing hits is a bit difficult. I get spotted there, not by the Atago. That means there is a destroyer somewhere near me. I think he's directly ahead or to my left. And well enough, nope, there he is. Shimikaze gets spotted there. Puddin's capped C by now, and I'm just gonna try and take some pot shots. Here I plan to smoke, but I'm wondering why like my smoke is not deploying, and then I realize that I accidentally hit the wrong mouse button, and I have to hit it there. So a bit of a poopy smoke, so to say, and I'm gonna take a few more hits. So that was a lot of unnecessary amounts of damage that I took just because I forgot to hit the correct mouse button. So this ended up being a pretty poor smoke. I'm going to try and expand it just a tad, and really at this point there's not much I can do. Maybe probably hit some decent shells in the Itaga that's spotted there, but certainly I would have liked a more effective smoke. I would have liked to be pelting that curve first or pelting that Itaga that was rushing me. Again, something I do want to point out is that you should not sit parallel in smoke, or perpendicular rather. So right there, ooh, this is gonna be close. This is why Puddin always tells me don't sit in smoke, and most of the time I don't listen to him. But yeah, that's another reason. If you are going to sit in smoke, please angle yourself from the last person that the person that was last spotted, or last most likely to drop torpedoes. Angle against them. So in this case, most ideal would be with my ass facing that curve first, and then my bow facing B, or towards our spawn. That's the most effective, because if I need to get out of dodge, if I need to move out of my smoke, I'm actually going away from the enemy rather than going forward and then having to turn around and then possibly still being detected, and I might even die from that. So yeah, that is a that is a problem, but fortunately for me, I did not end up taking any damage. I'm still a bit reluctant here to fire. Looks like one torpedo will land on the Kutuzov. Would have liked to hit the Bismarck, but that's okay. Damage to a Kutuzov's definitely okay. So Shimikaze's nowhere near. He ran away like a scared little girl. But I've got an Iowa bearing down on me. Good thing my torpedoes are reloaded. I of course go with a pretty much full torpedo build on the gearing. I think these torpedoes are very, very good. They've got great range. They've got great speed. One thing I am missing here from my captain build is the fact that I do not have torpedo acceleration. This is one of the perks that I've been wanting to try for so long, and I actually did get to try it in the public test server, and it worked phenomenally. I'm just waiting to get the last point so I can actually get torpedo acceleration. But that will actually get your torpedoes down to 13 kilometers, but they go, I believe, 71 knots. So that is awesome. I land 3 torpedoes on that Iowa, and he is dead. That's a nice hit. Shimakaze is looking like he's got some problems. I'm sure he's not the only one. Radar, we're spotting him, and it looks like radar went bye-bye, but I can still see where his ship was via my last hits on him. So the Bismarck is shooting at me. I'm trying to go undetected here, but I'm actually going to smoke up because I see that the Z-52 is starting to shoot at me, so this is not good. So again, start shooting the turrets, but it looks like I was going to throw torpedoes down that alley, but it looks like the North Carolina's going through there, so I'm going to hold off on that. Got a fire on the turrets. I'm assuming he's going to put out those fires pretty soon here. Can't really see anything, so I'm just going to start pelting this Bismarck. Putin said he did get a fire on him, and it looks like he did get a torpedo hit as well and a flooding, so that guy's damage control is definitely out. There, I should have probably switched to the Z-52, but whatever. I wanted to get that guy dead as soon as possible because it does look like they are pushing that flank. But it looks like he's burning now, so I'm going to switch targets and move out of my smoke because I need to start spotting for these guys, these cruisers. This Edinburgh does not know what he's getting shot by, and I need to get out of this smoke pretty soon here. Good thing for the Edinburgh, though, he does have that British heal, so I'm sure he'll be able to heal a lot of that back very, very quickly. Launch one set of torpedoes into the smoke, and oh boy, Kutuzov coming. I'm gonna forgo that Kutuzov and actually drop my torpedoes into the smoke where the Kurfürst is, because he is going to hurt a lot more than the Kutuzov will. I can dodge shells from the Kutuzov, as I almost did there, but the Edinburgh actually does manage to get a few citadels. Those guns are pretty powerful. You can get pretty consistent citadels on other light cruisers. No one's spotting for that Z-52, so I am looking good and dandy. Edinburgh smokes. I would have smoked them, but my smoke is still on cooldown. So far, not a bad match. It ended up paying off that Putin did end up going to C. Land 3 torpedoes on the Kurfürst. Apparently that torpedo belt is substantially better than I thought, and doing some very casual torpedo beats. If you want, you could have cued the music. So sooner or later, I'm gonna start shooting right now. I'm gonna try and set another fire on him, or set a fire on him, since I did get some floodings. Not bad, 147,000 damage. Looks like something's shooting at me. Probably the Ekizuki, I believe, is the last destroyer. Z-52 instantly gets spotted once he starts shooting. Want to kill this Kurfürst as soon as possible, because the faster he dies, the less chance that his secondaries will actually be hitting me. And I also noticed that the Z-52 was firing AP at me, so I knew he was not that big of a threat right off the bat. But here, do want to point out Z52 does get standard German hydro, so I was thinking about going and rushing him, but seeing that I only have 5,500 hit points left, I'm just going to launch random torpedoes into the smoke, because I don't want to get spotted by his hydro. So, I'm going to throw some random torps into the smoke. Let's see if he will be able to dodge those, give him something to think about. There is hydro spots me, but at this point, there's not much he can do. I'm angled. He's still firing AP. Not too sure why, but at this point, he's dead, though. Looks like someone's got radar up, or hydro, maybe, from the Edinburgh. Which is also a very possible thing. But looks like he's going to die very quickly. Yep, there you go. Chapayev got him. 967 to 461. Looks like we're going to end up winning this. We've got 2 casts. We got a very significant point lead. And we have me and Puddin left. So they're looking like they're going to be... this is game. Not bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay of the gearing. I know we featured quite a few of them recently, but yeah. Let's look at the screenshots. Alright, so not too bad in terms of just damage. 156,000, 7 torpedo hits, 1 ship killed, and 1 solo cap, which is a bit interesting still. I can't believe I got that solo cap in. But a nice 6k XP and 400,000 credits. Top the team, 2,041 base XP. Pretty solid gearing game, if I don't say so myself. Damage distribution, 44,000 from high explosive shells, no AP. I didn't get to use any of the AP torpedoes. Pretty much the main source of damage was my torpedoes, 84,000, and fires, 26,000 with a bit of flooding damage. Potential damage 1.1 million. Not bad for a destroyer. I feel like that's pretty typical. And 76 kilometers was my distance traveled. And finally, credits and XP. Again, it's a T10, so I'm not playing this so much to make money. At least not with my current gearing setup. But certainly not too bad. Pretty standard. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one.